turns up the most right here. Listen, it's over to Miles and Chance. Fellas, you should have a banger of a game. Take it away.
We will have a banger of a game, Vel. We can promise you that one. It's a Red Dead showdown here on Gavutu. We are squaring up for map number 1, Chance.
Yes, we are. And, you know, it is interesting, this matchup, because technically the way the maps and modes play out, you think this is actually a pretty good series for LA Thieves. You get your Tuscan hardpoint, which they love, and you get your Gavutu hardpoint, which they love. But FaZe has smoked them both times they played them on Gavutu. And, well, obviously, Cell's dropping a 1.4. Not hard to understand why.
Indeed. Well, that's why he's our Mountain Dew featured player. We'll see how he fares going into this first hardpoint. And it's already a bloodbath, but it's all LA Thieves all day, baby. aBeZy, the last man unaccounted for, and he only gets one before being brought down. Back over to the trades we go, but LA Thieves with the time.
And I mean, shoot, you lose a couple of those first bloods, the nades don't come through, but you end up getting inside the hill, maybe just for a moment. FaZe are very quick to battle back, but there's a gunfight win by Kenny, and obviously that is the player to pay attention to for LA Thieves. When he's hot, the team has a great deal of success, but occasionally don't drop to 0.7, 0.8. But yesterday fried on this map, and LA Thieves so far on P1 taking full advantage. And Miles, we talked about it yesterday. LA Thieves, the best P2 team in the game, they're gonna get there first.
They're first. The red arrows on the minimap belong to Atlanta FaZe. The white ones belong to the LA Thieves. And now it is LA Thieves town. Will the FaZe be able to make the breakthrough cliffside? Here comes one into the jaws of Octane, eaten alive. Trades come through. Still on the point we have it, though, and that is a wonderful bit of work. Pinch is now on. This could get ugly. Target prioritization is the opportunity now for the LA Thieves, and they do just that. A war on one front is all they have to worry about, and the guns are hot. The guns are still ringing out. Drazah are going to find a few more here, and the LA Thieves are still holding it down.
Yeah, and you know, I thought for a second aBeZy actually might have won the gunfight to flip the spawns, but the timing was not quite right. So right now it is Atlanta that is trapped and stuck and getting nowhere near this P2 hill. I mean, every single time there's some AR player, be it Drazah, be it Octane, ready to go. Cellium, the pixel and pistol in hand. Wow. That is the break it landed needed. Maybe not even to collect all of this hardpoint time. It can be scrappy, but just to try to open up that rotation. But look at the Kobe's from the top rope. Drazah and Octane both get the frag grenade kills, and that means Atlanta still all the way across the map.
Yep. Doing Kobe proud. Nades are in. Plenty of time garnered there from the LA Thieves on P2. Now at P3. They've got themselves purchased now, but there's many members of the Atlantean squad flying through the middle of the map. Here comes aBeZy, straight on the point with Kenny. Nice trades through. Simp with the coverage. Arcitys with the ring, and that is all good for now. You've still got members of the LA Thieves up close, potentially able to keep this play going. But for now, FaZe with a break, FaZe with a time.
Yeah, and by the way, I'm going to go ahead and call it. I think that's the moment of the game right there. You go into a money hill, Thieves get there first. They get the setup, they get pushed out ring, and FaZe literally just walk through it. I suppose LA Thieves do bounce back for a moment, but it's scrappy, and it looks like there might be a setup for contest time. I mean, this could have been the opportunity for LA Thieves to truly run away with the game, and I suppose at the same time, they didn't be getting a decent chunk, so Thieves battling back, turned it into a successful P3 hill, but now we rotate over towards P4, where we talked about Thieves being the best on P2. Well, this is where Atlanta are in their prime, but that by 70, they need to make it a good one.
Yeah, these gargantuan teams here on Gavutu doing the best they can, but we've got a throwdown here. Three-man players stacked now over towards that new hard point. Octane trying to make his way through the front. In, though, from behind aBeZy. Great trades. LA Thieves stop bleeding immediately. They've still got numbers still to make this push able to happen. Forward we go for Octane. Clears out the dark side of the map. It's going to be Cellium with another big gunfight. That's massive. 2 for Simp, 1 for aBeZy. Beautiful holdout phase.
And this is where things get dangerous, because one of the reasons FaZe is so good at this hill is because they end up leaving those back spawns open, and if you get too over aggressive, they end up trapping you in the back. So, I mean, there you go. #1 team in the game for the reason. Those back spawns by Atlanta wide open. These are now spawning in the back, and Atlanta do it every time.
Incredible nuanced play there from Atlanta FaZe. There you go. Thieves are in a bad spot right now. They're going to fight their way through the front. Here we go. Big kills out of Simp. That's a 4 spree right now. Give him the next. Massive work for Atlanta FaZe to try to pull this one back. But the lead's still in the hands of the LA Thieves for now. Can Simp make this spree go any larger? Yes, he can. That's #5. Setting up for the next. Kenny's going to be the man to take him down, and he will. Nice shots there. As across the map we go, it all comes down to aBeZy, but the spawn's in the favor now of the Atlanta FaZe.
I'm telling you, Miles, by the way, if you get 4-man wiped on P4, even if there's 30, 35 seconds left, I say chalk it up and rotate or just play for kills, man. Like, you overcommit to try to break through again, then you end up with the back spawn. Now you got to hike across the map to D5. You had LA Thieves with like an 80-point lead going into the hill, but this is 2 money hills back to back, and I mean, really just one good moment right there from Atlanta, and they are right back in this game.
Yeah, they could indeed well be in it. But from Drazah now, sealing the top spot. Oh, great coverage, tags up, damage dealt, but not enough to stop him. Alaskan Assassin in point, 3 spree now. An opportunity to keep this hard point alive here for the LA Thieves. Atlanta battling from the back. Still able to get something out of this. A few seconds just to keep that lead in the favor now of Los Angeles team. And now Kenny trying to get over towards P1. Rotation's already there, and Arcitys, he's made a bit of a sneaky play towards the bottom of the beach.
Oh, these are great intro kills, right? Kenny wins a couple by rings, so Thieves are at least going to be inside the new hill first. But obviously, FaZe are setting up for the pinch, and looks like Arcitys might have just timed it perfectly. He actually gets caught, but aBeZy's able to find 2. Does get traded, and the Thieves are able to stack in the nick of time. But Drazah, last man standing for his team, well, gets the 2-piece that he needed.
That's a 7 spree, baby. LA Thieves now back over the ring we go into our second set of hard points, and so far, LA locking it down. aBeZy the win entry on the inside of the ring. Envoy, beautiful shots indeed. There's 30 seconds remaining here.
And I say what, I mean, hey, you're good at time right now, and maybe that just means it's a good time to go to an LA Thieves listening. Let's hear how they sound.
What's that? Circle steps. Dead. Another one P3. Another one P3. Last guy's boat. One P3. Last guy's bottom new. Listen. Reset, bro. Don't say we're fine. We're fine. Deep cut and circle tank. We have both. Good job. I'm with you, Dylan. Look at my top right. Top green. One shot on top. I hear you on the right. Last guy circle. Last guy circle. He's our circle stairs. MC's top green. Late. I'll pick him up. Late top. MC's top green nated. Use together. Together. MC top green one shot. MC top green one shot. He didn't fan. I got him. Nice. I killed him. Yo, look my right. I have one point. Hold your mid, bro. Hold your mid. I have top green. I'm mid. I cannot get you. I have your right, Zach. I have your right. Chris is here. Okay. I have help mid tank, bro. I have help P5, Zach. Top green. I have help P5, bro. Take left. Top green, Chris dead. I have P5, Zach. Let them left, bro. Nothing point. I get up the green. Yo, circle steps. Up circle steps. 100%. Oil Tyler. Tyler. Their door, Chris. Their door fast. Hey, nothing with it. He's there. Our shot. I'm coming to help you. I'm staying down on circle. No, hit once. Nice job, boys. Cell top circle. Oh my god. Nice. Top circle. I see him. We can see here, Zach. Oh my god. Live in circle. Wait. I'm gonna take a time to wait. I'm gonna take here. Their door.
Oh my god, Drazah is absolutely frying. Here come the streaks. That's going to be a break on the backside of the hard point. No questions asked. Good Lord almighty, LA Thieves running it.
Dude, and is this like LA Thieves getting their mojo back on gavutu? Like, I'm over here worried about the mistakes that they were making. All of a sudden, chain a couple perfect hills together, and they are right back to a 120-point lead. You go to a money hill, you get the glide in the back pocket to use it. Everybody right now firing on all cylinders.
Nearly got the win though, but they've got to get over the finish line. Cellium and Simp finding beautiful shots here. Back over to our Mountain Dew feature player Cell. 20 and 18 thus far. The man is a cerebral beast when he needs to be. Can he get himself going now? Final 20 on this point. Across the map we go. That is where Atlanta FaZe finds the success. They did a wonderful job in the first go around. Here in the second, it is all LA Thieves now lining up for the victory.
And I mean, hey, Atlanta the best P4 team in the game, but that's when they're holding it. When they're breaking it, it might be a different story, and that is not the best start. Kenny already finding an intro, and where he falls, Atlanta FaZe still not really that close to even begin contesting this time, and obviously the break is necessary.
Here we go. Has to be magnificent. Through the front we go. 20 seconds down for the win, and from behind, it's a big one from Kenny. That's going to slow down these players indeed. Drazah now on the entry to the point. Beautiful work. It's almost a clean sweep. There it is. Nearly for the LA Thieves. Cell was the last man alive. It is going to be 10 seconds now for the win. Front line has got to be squared up. Get the irons up and hold on to the push. RC's now through the front. 5 seconds for the win. Anyone able to get close? Sim able to dive in at the very last second. No. LA Thieves, baby. Walking away with a dub, and it is an aggressive fist bump. And an exciting start to this series.
And that is a just smoke show map number 1. I mean, I wasn't exaggerating. The 2 times they played gavutu hardpoint against Atlanta FaZe before this, Atlanta FaZe has taken them to task, like winning by an average of 100 points. But if not for, like, the one mistake they made on the P4 where they get trapped in the back, like, right there, Thieves could have 100-point clubbed Atlanta. That is a wild score and a wild stat line. The only, well, 2 players not positive for Thieves, but Envoy, literally the super soaker, 2.5 minutes sitting inside the hard point. I mean, that is a clinically absurd game number 1, and I don't know, maybe don't challenge on gavutu. That might be back.
I have not a bad look either way. I mean, what a showdown that could have been. FaZe, wonderful proficiency on that P3, but oh, sorry, P4, but not enough anywhere else, man. I mean, their breaks were so strong from the LA Thieves. I mean, both sides, we saw them get clean enough breaks, but the holds, the rotations, LA Thieves just winning every fight magnificently. Great start to this series, man. We expected this to be a good one. Going into Search and Destroy, this is where I'm very, very curious to see what happens, because again, FaZe have been putting so much time and effort, a tremendous amount of energy into improving the game mode. It's been a bit of a thorn in their side when it comes to a lot of the major defeats they've had, those second places. The same cannot be said at the last one, though. They had the upper hand over Seattle. Will they be able to carry that momentum now going forward into the stage?
And I would say, if nothing else, just the fact that like you're getting all of these second places to a couple different teams, like that's just got to do some damage to like the mental edge. Like not even from Atlanta FaZe's perspective too. Like I'm sure when they go into a finals, they're still confident, but like just for other teams to be like, oh, this is possible. Like I think even last year there was maybe, 2 teams at any given time that I thought could realistically beat Atlanta, but this year there is quite a few more options. And I mean, hell, if LA Thieves keep shooting like this, maybe add another team to the roster that at least poses a threat. But that is certainly a hell of a map, number one. And I mean, towards Berlin we go. Amos talked about it for a bit. Like Thieves have been, showing improvements on this map. They had some fantastic retakes, pretty much on both bomb sites, but especially B just yesterday. So I think they'll be ready to go on Berlin. And I don't know, for Atlanta, that has certainly not been their favorite map. 6-7 record overall, which certainly isn't the worst. Obviously, they're going to be a threat, but it's not like they're where they've been earning their paychecks.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, FaZe down, but certainly not out here in this series. You can never count out Atlanta. On a few moments now for the coaches to go over some things and get themselves into this one, because again, Atlanta FaZe, we know how they like to prepare for a season. It's turn your weaker game modes into stronger ones, eliminate any sort of bad maps from the pool, turns the veto process into a breeze. Atlanta FaZe will be doing just that, trying to work out those issues, work out where things are going wrong. And speaking of going wrong, not a whole lot has been going wrong for the LA Thieves as of recent. A wonderful resurgence, particularly out of Kenny. Kenny's performance at Major 3, absolutely outstanding, man. Yesterday's performance as well, great work out of him. And as of today already, the team's looking much, much better indeed. Say what you will about being online, say what you will about being at home, the team is looking good. They were do not online as well. LA Thieves looking at a real deal right now, Chance. Question is, it's Atlanta FaZe, baby. You keep it going against them.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, I suppose there's death taxes in Atlanta FaZe in a grand final. It has been that way for quite a few years type deal. So, a struggling map one, but not just in this series. Obviously, throughout the stage, we expect great things for this team. So it'd be fun to see how they bounce back, because obviously, you talk about the mental edge. You want to put these teams down, especially like on that Gavutu. They've had LA Thieves' number. It would be nice to just be able to load into that map knowing the other team is shook, but just a little moment like that can wash away some trials and tribulations for LA Thieves, and it just makes things a little bit more difficult for Atlanta the deeper the year goes.
Yeah, it really does. We'll see, though. Again, Berlin is loading in now, and man, I'm expecting some cool stuff. I'd really like to see out of FaZe just to sort of mix things up. Indeed, give me some
4 snipers. Man. Yeah, 100%.
That's what you weren't far off. You were in the right ballpark, but at least one sniper at the very least, man. Give me some snippety snipes there on Berlin, man. We've seen it on all the other maps. FaZe don't seem to do it nearly as often, I think, but hey, we'll see. Again, they've been putting in the work there. Search and Destroy at Toronto was very impressive indeed. I thought they were great. They took all the search maps off of Seattle in that grand finals. We'll see, mate. Here we go. This is what they look like on Berlin this season alone as our Mountain Dew Marquee Match rolls on. One more chapter. Will we go the full 5? Who knows? But between these two red teams, man, it's always a treat.
And a couple wild things is just the fact that Atlanta actually 11th in first blood percentage. I mean, certainly you have aBeZy on your team. That is unexpected, but just for the fact that Atlanta struggles on offense, LA Thieves struggle on defense. It's almost the battle of the weaknesses, but we already mentioned it in map number 1. The player I'm looking at is Kenny. We talked about it yesterday when they played Berlin S&D, or yeah, yesterday it was. He had a 0.74. He performed really well yesterday, so now he's all the way up to a 0.8, but I think Kenny's the guy if he sort of figures out his own gameplay. LA Thieves, sky's the limit.
Solid amount of tags into Arcitys there just to back him down. aBeZy will get that first blood, as is tradition. And Envoy, look left, look right. Good night. Don't manage to get at least one. He's got himself an interesting corner cell, though. Perfect time to appear there and level the playing field. And before you know it, Octane now finds himself in a 1v3.
Yeah, Drazah just gets caught. A little bit of a breakdown in there after Kenny gets picked off. And see what Octane can do in the clutch. Not a player that is at the top of my list of guys I'm expecting to pull off the 1v3, but he has found an opening. Unfortunately, though, he's also very loud.
Very loud, but also catches Cell.
Yeah. No, so Cell's at the top of the list for the clutches. Just
Yeah, he is, yeah. Cell was twerking away there, and he would have seen what the gun barrel, but whoa, lordy, Cell pops lock, takes care of him. Good round FaZe.
And there you go. That is the square up battle. One team on offense, one team on defense, and aBeZy able to get that first blood. I mean, just for the fact, it might be as simple as that for Atlanta FaZe's troubles on this. If they could just orchestrate the first bloods and just get even towards the top half of the league in that percentage, might be a pretty strong difference maker, because obviously we have high expectations for their teamwork and clutch ability when they're in the good spots. And now trying to work this B site, eyes on aBeZy, but has a little bit of freedom to cross the site.
Octane, no, we saw plenty there. Well done to stay alive in that situation, but the crossfire now and the simple, the heavy fire from FaZe. They net 2 kills and they get the bomb down. Simp makes it that bit easier now for his boys, and hey, it's another 1v3. It's another round for FaZe.
Yeah, and Octane also not having fun on Berlin for the moment. Can't quite connect with the kill, and 2 back-to-back rounds, but I'd say the normal look on Drazah's face. Probably gearing up, ready to go for the next round, but obviously their A hit did not pan out at all on offense. I don't know if they'll try to go back and square up once again, or if Thieves will make the adjustments and go to B, but whatever the case may be, a couple smiles on the faces of Atlanta FaZe knock off the dust from map 1.
Yeah, indeed. That map 1 was an absolute blowout. Different looks now from LA Thieves. We're going to B, and there are no questions asked. He's got 2 guns in position just to watch over this one. It is 1 in the hands of Cell. Beautiful shots. The 4 spree now for you Mountain Dew feature player. aBeZy, the man forward. And he is forward. He goes. Tags are in. There it is. The wallbang lands. Envoy's out as well. 2v4.
Yeah, 3 for 3 for first bloods, and maybe 3 for 3 for a round that is not even remotely close. Octane once again just sort of left in a tough spot. Kenny right there with him, and I mean, plenty of time to work with to find a pick, and yep, there's the intro. Kenny maybe able to make a little bit of magic happen. Unfortunately, though, the setup from Atlanta FaZe, I mean, basically just triple stacked over to the dock side of the map. Obviously, they're going to know they have bomb down. Still a very difficult situation for Kenny and Octane.
Yeah, just watch the patience of those red arrows on the minimap. FaZe are not going to give up a single inch. They're going to be stolen from them now. And the LA Thieves, here they go. Well, they live up to the name. aBeZy with a beautiful win then onto Octane. Kenny now 1v3. This is a good read. He knows he's going to be a player towards the front side of the back as well. And this is awkward. That's it. You're on the radar now, son. Guns him down. FaZe with another great round.
Nope, too good of a setup. I mean, we're just staying on theme here. They get the first blood. The teamwork and clutch ability, obviously on point for Atlanta. So, I mean, they just had the perfect strat every single time. I mean, good nades in 1 round, good beams coming out of Cellium this go around. And, I mean, pure and utter dominance thus far on Berlin. See what kind of adjustments these are able to make. But, I mean, they tried to adjust on that round on offense, did not pan out. And now Atlanta FaZe almost get free reign. They can do whatever they want on the map. They got the hot hand.
3-0. 1-2, buckle my shoe. 3-4.
Open the doors, B. Open
I was going to say get rid of the doors, B, but we'll take open.
That's better. That's better. My bad.
That's all right, man. That's all good. Don't worry about it. 4-0 though for Cellium. We can make it 5. Envoy managed to slip right underneath the gun barrel there, so he's already made it into P2. A few of them now making their way forward. It's getting very crowded there. You can feel the heartbeats through them walls, and there you go. Envoy gets the first blood. Well, technically Arcitys, but trades come through immediately, and here we go. It's back and forth. Madness here on Berlin, 2v2.
Yeah, and Arcitys was far away, by the way. Yeah, Arcitys was so far away that they're just going to hop it straight up, but Simp is there for the chow, and Octane forced to get the trades, but that is enough. I think that was a good play call just because they knew Arcitys was by the tower to try to be quick about it, but Atlanta FaZe too ready for the strat.
I mean, they were well and truly going for it, and Arcitys got there a little late, but perfect time and helped the coverage, because, man, that could have got nutty. The trades coming through, that 2v2. Straight in a bomb defuse. Thieves trying to steal it, but, I mean, look how desperate you're having to get in these rounds. It's not a bad call, but you're relying on Arcitys, a man who is reliable as gravity in these kind of situations, to not get to the right place at the right time. And there we go. 4-0, Atlanta FaZe.
And gravity, the force of nature, just to be clear on which one we're talking about. But hey, there you go. Finally, a first blood for LA Thieves. Drazah able to deliver and take down aBeZy and Simp. He has to get caught here, right?
Surely. Envoy, he can do a crack or two.
No way.
And he's good. There he is, spotted. Now you've seen him trying to deal with him for the next question. What was that? When did he throw that nade? What is this? Oh, come on! Simp is disgusting. Oh my god, you had one opportunity to kill him, Octane, and now he's alive. Oh no, Cell. Assassinate him. Why not? Last man up, Octane, Cellium, and Simp. This has been a sensational round for Chris Lair. Less than 30 on the clock. Octane, let's see your clutch.
I mean, he's not getting a trade. He's not getting a kill. And he should have guys. Solid. He was close, but yeah, no, there it goes. Could have seen that one coming. Easy to predict it. Dude, I have no idea. Like, did Simp just know the angle if he hugs the tank like that, he can't actually get spotted from like the back room? Or did Octane not strafe out far enough? Did he throw a nade before Envoy got, like, I don't even know, but that was wild from Simp.
Yeah. Not to mention the nade. I don't remember seeing, you know, the X-ray watching his character throw a nade. So either way, man, tremendous prescience and presence from Simp. Truly one of the greatest to do it. And we are being blessed with a wonderful performance today. 8-1, a 5 spree. We're going to catch a few more. Kenny's the only man over towards the A-bomb site right now for the LA Thieves. And this is map point.
This is Atlanta FaZe completely switching up the pace. I mean, utterly stagnant. Waiting for a kill to fall into their lap, but so far for LA Thieves, no bait getting taken in any direction. No one overcommitting, no flanks coming through. Still just a standard 2-2 split, but I think Atlanta FaZe knew there was a little bit of noise over towards B, so they're making moves towards A. More of a stack here, and well, Simp continues it, gets that first blood.
Yeah, nice work. Got number 6 in a row. There it is for Arcitys as well. Tremendous patience, and it is certainly paying off on Octane. Is he able to get himself something here? And it doesn't look great. Simp looking for his double-digit kills this game alone. 4v2. Octane trying to get on the board at the very least. Can he find something tremendous here? His teammates on the pinch already. Kenny might be able to get something going here. There's at least one. Spots the second. The guns are up and FaZe collapse upon them. The LA Thieves absolutely slaughtered on Berlin Search and Destroy.
You know, sometimes Octane drops a donut and his team wins anyway. Sometimes he drops a donut and they get 6-0 smoked. This time the latter was not remotely close. There was almost never a round where I thought LA Thieves had a chance. I mean, talk about a bounce back game. Just pure and utter domination on Berlin. But I mean, hey, the damage output was there from Octane. Just could not finish a kill. Meanwhile, Simp could not be killed. 10-1, 1,000 damage. I mean, you know, what more could you really ask from any player on Atlanta? Especially for the fact that, again, 11th in the league in first blood percentage on this map. And right there, they were 5 for 6.
Indeedy. What a show. Atlanta FaZe. I mean, we were concerned about the search and destroy. And after the major in Toronto, your boys are pretty nasty, eh? 6-0. As we are going back-to-back, blow for blow. Both these teams absolutely handed it to each other, which can tell me only one thing, man, that this Tuscan controller is going to be an absolute nail-biter. I mean, who knows, actually? It's Vanguard, baby. Vanguardium Leviosa. As we've already seen today, crazier things can happen. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for a quick break, though. When we come back, we're going to Tuscan. We're playing Control. This is the CDL.
The Call of Duty League is brought to you by Game Fuel. Victory in a can. And upgrade your game with a Scuff, the official controller of the Call of Duty League.
There we go, ladies and gentlemen. It's time to get into game number 3 here on our final match of the week here at our Mountain Dew Marquee Match. It's been a fun one so far, no getting around it. We've traded blow for blow charts. Now we get to control. WTF happens next?
Well, if I was a betting man, I'd say Atlanta FaZe are going to win the map, right? I mean, they've played them on Tuscan controlled twice. They 3'd them once. They beat them 3-1 the other time. And just for the fact that the LA Thieves are 2-8 on Tuscan control, meanwhile Atlanta FaZe are 11-4 on Tuscan control. I'll be honest, this is the thing that really stood out to me in like the pick and bans, just that LA Thieves had an option just because they've been playing well enough on Berlin that's what Atlanta banned. They just took away Berlin because they're like, all right, LA Thieves are a little bit scary. We'll respect it. So Thieves basically had the option and they banned Gavutu, their better controlled map, against Atlanta. So I think it's confusing. It does not make sense to me. Obviously, I'm not in there like every single day in scrims with the guys. So realistically, who knows? It's also worth pointing out last time they played them on Gavutu control, Atlanta FaZe 3-0'd them on that map as well. So I'm not saying they had great options, but it certainly does seem strange. So we'll see what LA Thieves can pan out for this one. The last time they won this map, April 1st.
Wow, that's not a joke. Sadly, though, we have a lobby reset. We're going to be diving right back into this one, friends. Sorry about that. These things happen. These do happen from time to time. But interesting chance for me for the LA Thieves. Not going to be an easy one, but a lot of time passed since April 1st, of course. And, you know, practice is practice. We'll see if they can make the comeback and roll forward in this one, because Tuscan is a cruel map at times when it comes to control. We've already seen that today enough, but I don't know, man. I think this series is going to certainly go the distance. I'm excited to see another hard point. I want to see if the LA Thieves can honestly maintain the pressure that, you know, we saw them get on Gavutu. Don't think that's going to happen again. Gavutu seems to be a very particular beast for them right now, but while the lobby gets loading back up again, any more sort of strong feels made towards how do you think this one's going to go down? You're leaning very FaZe-like.
Well, I have FaZe certainly for map 3. I'll say, like, for map 4 for the Tuscan hardpoint, you've actually had LA Thieves have beaten FaZe twice on that map. So this is why earlier when I was talking about like the picks, I think this is actually a series that matches up pretty well for the LA Thieves, purely when it comes to the maps they're going to end up being played, because it is the same 2 hardpoints every time. LA love both of those, but again, the control is definitely a wild one for me. But even if we go to a Bukash for map 5, I still like LA Thieves' chances on that map. So I think not in the worst spot in this series, but obviously for Atlanta, definitely, you know, fiending up, ready to go for this map 3, where they've had their number on Tuscan and obviously their SMGs. I mean, without question, Atlanta have the stronger SMG duo.
I mean, I think Atlanta have always got the stronger SMG. I mean, SMG duo, I suppose the only time we can really call it otherwise is when they go up against Seattle right now, because just the way things have rolled. We'll see if FaZe can get things going. At the way Arcitys looks right now, it does look like something's still being sorted out, but we'll take a quick look.
It's the lights.
We'll take a I don't know what's going on up there, man. What is on the ceiling, but he's found something. Arcitys has found something on that ceiling.
I was gonna say JCap is tall, but that's the wrong coach for the wrong team. I don't know. Maybe Crowder just like in the rafters, like God from above, just giving the call outs from heaven. I have no idea. Maybe stretching. He's locked in, Miles.
Well, they do say, I mean, there's a recent study that came out where if you look at the sky or you look upwards, apparently you can trick your brain into awakening itself. Or when you look down, you sort of put yourself to sleep. I don't know how much is, yeah, we'll talk about this afterwards, but.
What kind of studies do you read?
The weird ones. It's mostly YouTube recommendations, and they're all weird. They're all weird. You learn a lot about someone by their YouTube recommended videos, friends, I'll tell you that much. But we're almost ready to get back into this one, of course. I think we're going to look at point standings as well if we can, because the LA Thieves on the bubble very much. A massive victory gets them a little bit further forward yesterday. As again, what a story it has been throughout this entire season. There is that 8th spot being currently held by the Los Angeles Guerrillas, only 5 points separating the LA Thieves. A win today would be absolutely monumental and see them climb again, tying them with Boston Breach there in 6th place. But Chance, what a journey, man. What a journey for some of these teams. Far from over before we get to champs.
And it's kind of wild too, because like, you know, if LA Thieves get the win, that they're tied for 6th, and there's like a lot of potential, but also just the fact that the 3 and I mean kind of 4 teams that are underneath you, like making it a fight, even though Subliners are down by quite a few CDL points, they're still 2-0 so far, so they're making gains. And Florida obviously gets their win today. Røkkr have been perfect, at least in the last online stage. They finally had their first loss. So all the teams directly underneath LA Thieves are dangerous. So every win is a massive one, and especially if you can beat Atlanta FaZe. I mean, there's no better feeling than that, because if you're beating Atlanta FaZe, it's probably in a grand final. So, like, you win. Let's go.
You win! Well, until they finally figure out how to win in the grand finals as well. But yes, friends, the lobbies has dropped once more. We'll get, to this game ASAP. Tuscan Control is still on the horizon, the tips of our tongues. But for now, yeah, I mean, the point situation is really where we are harping on that storyline as much as we possibly can. The importance of those points cannot be understated. Even coming into the major, no one is safe, truly. Two teams are safe, OpTic and Atlanta FaZe are, of course, safe. But for everyone else, there is a question that you may not make it to champs. You may not make it to the Galen Center, but you can make it to the Galen Center. Tickets are still available now. It's amazing. If you weren't there last time around, it was fantastic. It was really good to be back into the it was great to be back in person with fans anyway. But ladies and gentlemen, in the meantime, we're going to take a quick look at some aim labs video with the best shots of the week. Your boy Paulehx was involved. We've seen some great snipes this week so far. Again, this is aim labs best shots of the week. See ya, Mike.
Or Major.
How's
Zero do. Hit an easy one. He hits an easy one. Hit an easy one. That's whatever.
See you later, Jamie Craven. Peace out, son.
Oh, this is a good one.
Oh, here we go. Oh, this is here comes Hydra. Oh no, that was the Bance one. There was another he got on Hydra as well. That was an absolute banger. But oh dear lordy, Spa had his way with Toronto Ultra, dude. Oh yeah, man, this was just glorious as well. Spa putting in the work.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for the cherry on top. It's gonna be the last one, right? Gotta save the best for last. Yeah, here we go. Boom.
I would have been furious if I were Bance. I mean, what can you do? Here we go, Hydra. Woo! See you, brother. Nice shots again. Spark really dominating the aim lab shots of the week for real. The snap on the second guy here as well. Kismet came very close. Unbelievable. Either way, friends, if you want to take a look at the pro player settings, all of this is available in callofdutyleague.com/en-us player-settings. Check all of their stuff out. All of it. Everything from their vertical or invert looks, sensitivities, you name it. Vibration, aim assist, whatever they've got set to it. All the button layouts, every one of your favorite pro players, you can find out how they get the job done. Will it give you the same gunny as them? No, it absolutely will not. But it gets you in the right position, gets you in the ballpark, and if you like the way a player plays, you like the way a player looks, give it a shot and see if you can get comfortable as well. Chance, have you got a favorite sort of player style or player setting that you've seen on the website that best emulates you?
Well, I just know I get mocked on occasion for playing stick and move. aBeZy plays stick and move. That's a two-time world champ. Thank you very much. I think LA Thieves are probably the most non-human team in the league, though. I think Drazah and Envoy both play with their headsets flipped, and Kenny apparently plays with vibration on, which, like, I don't know how or why you would do that. I saw a comment talking about how, like, maybe it, like, can help out a little bit when players, like, break through doors and windows that, like, your controller vibrates, but, like, Kenny's a maniac for that one.
Yeah, that's quite unusual. I'm sure. I mean, if someone put the time and the money in, you could probably find out that vibration is definitely not good for first-person shooter players. But hey, man, immersion, baby. It's all about that immersion. But we'll see. Again, the LA Thieves and the Atlanta FaZe, they are almost ready to get into map number 3 here. In the meantime, though, we've got plenty of stuff to throw your way, guys, while they get sorted out. We've got our Game Fuel Tactical Play, ladies and gentlemen. Lots of good stuff. All sorts of fun things happening here. And this one, the Game Fuel Tactical Play, this one, Florida Mutineers, Minnesota Røkkr chance. This was from earlier today, I believe.
And this is like, it was a bad, well, okay, I guess we're not going to watch the entire thing, but I think it was either Priestahh attached that had like a bad stun to start it, and it was just a good setup from Florida, but all of that just turned into the 1v2 for Major Maniac. And I'm kind of curious if Havok lays down to try to hop it. I suppose Major Maniac probably gets the kill anyway, maybe for the trades, but it was the first time Florida have ever won a Bocage. It was a 1v1 clutch for Major Maniac against Havok that set them up early. It was the 1v2 clutch he had towards the end and build themselves a massive lead. And I mean, I haven't exactly counted these, but I think Havok has won every single 1v1 he has had this entire year until Major Maniac was finally there to shut him down. So big wins for Mike, and obviously that is a series I'm sure he is over the moon about winning, not just for the CDL points to actually tie up that team and get them closer to top 8, but to beat the team that dropped them.
Word to Major as well, man. What an incredible competitor he has been for the longest of time. Of course, of Atlanta FaZe in that 2020 season. And, you know, he really is a stunner to watch. Looking at the maps of Mozo, going back into this one, we get ready to dive back into Tuscan as soon as we can, friends. It has been blow for blow, a very decisive series. Either way you swing it. 128, that Gavutu was disgusting from the LA Thieves. And, of course, 6-0. If you flip that, it's Octane's record on that map as well. Did not manage to get a single kill, died 6 times. FaZe were not easy AF and around. Tuscan control, Tuscan hardpoint coming up after this. Bakaj search and destroy chance. Now, how are we feeling about this? The hardpoint, man. Let's set our eyes forward for now. How do you think the hardpoint's going to go down?
Probably the best advantage LA Thieves actually have on any given map in the series. They're 2-0 against FaZe on that map. LA Thieves are the best P1 team in the game on Tuscan, and that was like the theme for Atlanta. It was like maybe 3 different Tuscan hardpoints they had at the major. They were losing on the P5 to P1 rotation at the very end of the game, but even that being said, one of the 2 losses Atlanta have against LA Thieves on the map is like 250, 248. So like, it's Atlanta. It's not like I'm going to count them out, but it is tough to not count LA Thieves out on this map. I mean, that is so painful to look at. And again, Thieves effectively chose this map to play. They banned Gavutu, which is like either their strongest or second strongest control map. But I mean, here we are. We'll see what they can make. And I think, again, rehashing the same old talking points, Kenny is the player to focus on for Thieves. He has a 0.79 on this Tuscan control. And I mean, if he's the player that has his mojo back, his hit form, and maybe he can be the guy to turn things around on this map for LA Thieves. But obviously, selling your Mountain Dew featured player, saw what he was doing in the S&D. The gunny's hot.
Still hot. I mean, we were iced somewhat there by the little bit lobby issue, but for now, we'll see what happens. Thieves are in on towards the A side of the map. Cellium. Wow, that was close. Penny will be dropped. Kills come through. 2v2 situation up, and now you've still got a lot of map crunches to work with if you are the LA Thieves.
And I think Kenny, as soon as he can pick up the automaton, he's like, yeah, I like this one more. I'm gonna stick with that for the time being. So he'll be holding off angle as LA Thieves right now. I mean, just a super slow capture over towards A. Happy to take their time, or happy to get picked off by Cellium, who actually Kobe'd Kenny, who is still playing in the same corner. So that is cross-map reads coming in for Atlanta.
Envoy mid-map safe. First or second segment now taken care of over towards A. In the kills department, it's mostly Cellium. 4 and 1. He's on a 3 spree. Arcitys yet to get on the board, but that's fine. Nice pick there, straight in. Takes care of Arcitys, back over to the clock we go. There's going to be 2 minutes now to work your way towards B, and the LA Thieves got 22 lives to throw at it.
Oh, man, that was actually a good hold, too. He just gave it up at the worst possible second, so Kenny at least takes one down before he falls. And Arcitys be a prominent base the entire time. He can go to get trades over towards Roof, and right now Thieves have, I mean, 2, maybe 3 players that are leaning Alex's direction. And, of course, well, that just means Simp was trying to wait for his boys because he's sort of the lone man around the point as well. Him and aBeZy trying to work together, and this is one of the slowest paced Tuscan controls we've had all year.
Yeah, really slow. I mean, still, we're making slow and steady progress now over towards B, and there we go. We're on it now. 2 players in on from FaZe. Can they hold the line? Gotta watch that Simp flank. He's moving real fast across the backside of the map. 1 segment gone. Arcitys with the opening kill. Into the point we now fly. Here's Simp on the flank. Envoy with a quick read. He's gonna hit the prone, and he's gonna get the kill surely. Oh my god, the fight is still on. And over on the front side of the point as well, it's still happening. Envoy keeps the flank safe. Now you've got numbers to move forward. Drazah's got to go big here. Massive shots on aBeZy. Gets himself into the point. Back at the capture we go.
Ah, dude, Octane, you can't drop a donut and then go and start nading your teammates. That's not how this works, and you can't get a kill. This is so... He is struggling right now, 1 and 4. He will turn things around, Miles. I have faith.
I also have tremendous faith indeed. Still, a solid chunk of lives lost on either side, and a single segment garnered from it from the LA Thieves. Plenty more space and time to work with. As they now make their way forward. Kills coming through, and you can see in the staggered hit now, FaZe have been cut down. You're back on the point. Arcitys managing to stay alive. Patience pays off. You've still got 2 players on the stack. 1 now player remaining. Can you get anything going? Envoy wins another biggie. Second segment gone. Clock still ticking. aBeZy now making the entries. Huge work out of FaZe once again, but it did cost them a segment.
I mean, hey, 2 ticks is already massive on offense. I mean, talk about a team that is at a disadvantage in the fact that it is 10-7 in life count. Everyone not named Octane right now on LA Thieves putting in some serious work, and well, they're gearing up once again. Drazah already in church. Nades out, nobody home on plat. It's actually aBeZy playing a much deeper spot, but he's back down, so they've cleared out the front. They're here for the push.
Wow, they lined up, my word. Simp almost managed to get his head taken off by his teammates, but instead there, the kills come through. It's 3 from Simp. He does get dropped, but you still got some place to work with. One player left, that was it. Envoy had to go huge. Final 15 seconds, Drazah's gonna fly forward. Surely not. Atlanta FaZe has been a costly play. They've lost 2 segments on B. 5 seconds remaining. Can Drazah drop in? No, he cannot. Kenny's last man in. Not going to stop it. Not 100% sure why, but FaZe will take the round.
I mean, yeah, in fairness, he was dead anywhere at the end. I mean, there's 2 ways to look at it. I mean, LA Thieves, you get 2 ticks on offense over towards B. So, I mean, by all accounts, that is a pretty strong round overall, but also sort of dropped the ball a little bit. I mean, they created a couple different moments where they could have gotten the win on offense and end up not able to convert those rounds. Well, they will just be down 1-0, at least on this map so far. Just got to clutch up your defenses.
It's a big workout of the LA Thieves there to just get all those segments. We'll see what happens now with Atlanta FaZe attacking. 2 players over towards A, going to get that one done, no problem. Remaining 2 through mid-map. We'll see how much success they can find. But Simp, pistol in hand, finds himself 4 in a row before being dropped down. Now an open side of the A. For FaZe, they're going to have to get themselves out of spawn right now, and this could get real ugly as the LA Thieves players are finding all the corners they want. Oh god, no. See ya, mate.
I mean, hey, that'll do the trick. Cellium there for the beatdown, and maybe a small opening over towards A. Envoy causing problems, and Envoy's finesse game has been on point, but he does get traded out, and you see the stack from LA Thieves on defense. Everybody just swarming the B point. They're playing the long-term game. Don't have to overcommit on A. Nothing crazy going on here.
Simp might have got great timing on a few players just coming out of their spawn. A dive on in, draw some aggression, allow his teammates to make their way forward. But again, it's a bit of a spread hit now from Atlanta FaZe. 2 through church side, 1 coming through P5, and aBeZy's going to win his fights now. So Simp, oh my word, we got numbers. Here we go. Trying to find something happening here. The defense holds. Kenny finds 1, traded out immediately. aBeZy tagged, not going to throw his life away. FaZe still in the forward position.
Hey, I mean, this is all the pressure you could ever possibly want. You know someone's on the back tank, and, well, Cellium will have to back down for a moment, but you still get everybody geared up here for the push. 2 players flying out of green, someone going through plat, and, well, the AR show up. Octane and Drazah win their ones, and Kenny gets the pounce as well. So all that map pressure gone. Perfect defensive hold for LA Thieves, and right now Atlanta FaZe still have their work cut out for them. Keep in mind, down by 2 ticks.
Yeah, down by 2 still. Great bit of work there from the Thieves. Can they keep it going now? FaZe with a heavy hit through P5. That's 1 kill now from aBeZy. Forward you go. And look at that. That big red old snake going to be slithering its way straight on towards B. Kenny's got himself a good corner. Eyes are on. Team kill unfortunately coming through, but the LA Thieves starting to win the battles. aBeZy the last man there. Drazah gets it. Forward you go now for the LA Thieves.
Yeah, TJ's a trendsetter, by the way. He nades his teammates, gets the double kill on B on Tuscan control, and I guess every other team is like, hey, we could do it too. Arcitys has 1, Octane has 1, and I don't know, we're feeling like Tej.
Oh, aBeZy. Dicing with death. Drazah doesn't let it slide. What a play from Drazah, staying alive before it even regen, gets the 2nd kill. Wonderful flow from him right there. Starting to give the life count to the advantage to the LA Thieves. Envoy now top fire, locked it down, snaps immediately onto the 2nd. Beautiful work. LA, 30 seconds remaining, the round is theirs.
I mean, clean shots. They got the control, too. They had a player that was down and well, so they had an idea of where Simp is. And, well, Drazah was waiting for him. Doesn't make the gunfight easier, but if you got to get set up, it means the trades are there, and they line up for Octane. Able to take down 3. And this has been a perfectly secure round for LA Thieves. They were down 25-19 in lives. And since then, they've only lost 7 and obviously chopped down about 20 for Atlanta. That is dominance on defense.
What a round. Did not let any of the segments go away from them. They're all tied up now. In the long run, this is looking good for the LA Thieves. FaZe now gonna bounce back on defense. We'll see if the Los Angeles Thieves can continue the pressure they had from that opening round. Envoy as well on a 5 spree, looking to get streaks as well. And this has been a very, very interesting control game. Chance again, we're still leaning towards Atlanta FaZe statistically with the advantage. Right now, it's anyone's game.
For what it's worth, I mean, I know LA Thieves have mentioned a few times on Twitter that, like, their scrims as of late, they've been making strides, and certainly their setups have actually been pretty solid overall, and maybe their opening breaks too. Cellium there for the trades, but I mean, even on that last defensive round, hyper aggressive, but I mean, the setups for LA Thieves clean, so they've done a bit of extra homework for this series, and Now the question remains is, can they actually convert a round on offense? Certainly had a couple of good attempts last time, and now Envoy, if you want to win on offense, getting a Glide Bomb doesn't hurt. That's a way to make it happen, and maybe this nade could be enough, but aBeZy jumps to the other side, and yeah, Arcitys there for the trades. No Glide Bomb this time.
Yeah, they knew he was there. They had him pinned. They completely snuffed out the streak there. Brilliant work. However, he's gone. Simp cleans up the back line. Octane's going to be there now. Oh, we didn't see him cross. This is going to be Octane staying alive. No problem. Cellium gets the kill, making sure the back line is completely safe. Atlanta FaZe being very judicious with their approach towards the defense here. Not letting anyone through whatsoever. Less than 2 minutes remaining.
And I almost want to see like Octane's gunfight ready against Cellium at this point, because I feel like Cellium has consistently had that edge, and well, Envoy's had the edge on everybody else though, right? He's been performing very well, and there's the Octane win against Cellium that you need. The opening is there, and that's, I mean, 3 players around the point. Not everybody's on it, but they got the clearance.
Get 2 players on now, trying to make it happen. Here comes the tags, trying to avoid all the ordnance being thrown their way. Second segment's on its way out as well. Cell wins a big one. Drazah now keeping things going. aBeZy there, getting the trades through, and aBeZy gets 2. That is it, surely. Drazah last man up. Touches it for a moment, gets the second segment. What a naughty play. That's a huge one.
Dude, that is all they need. Massive tick advantage in this. Now you just have to do the easy part and win your rounds on defense, but obviously that does not mean this round is over. You get a minute and a half to work with. They obviously already got the 2 ticks. You just need 1 more, and bad timing from aBeZy. Kenny there to drop him. And I'd say, what, Simp behind enemy lines could be a problem, but Envoy's on the point.
Here we go. They're trying to stack this bad boy up, but here comes the kills from Cellium. That is unbelievable. Top Radio makes the call, gets the kills. Kenny's still alive, though, in a position to keep this play going. Now, here we have it. Cellium on a 5 spree. Your Mountain Dew featured player trying to make it 6. Difficult to deal with Envoy, but he's going to cut his losses and back on up. The B zone is still the priority. There is 1 minute remaining, and the LA Thieves playing with big tick energy.
Well, they've got some deep map pressure as well. Simp is the lone man right now responsible for the flank, and both Kenny and Octane gonna be working him.
Hello.
Jump up top. He's ready for number 1, and yeah, that'll back Octane down for number 2. He's got to get out and reposition. They had a minute and a half to try to get this 1 tick. Now down to 40 seconds. A little bit of time to work with, but they might have to get a little bit scrappier.
And Atlanta FaZe, they're shuffling around quite a lot on the defense here. This might catch them out. There's a barrel sticking out across the way here. Envoy finds an opener. Octane, beautiful timing. Straight to the point we go. 25.1. A single man on there for now, but the kill's starting to come through. Here we go. It's going to be big from Simp. He flies in, finds one. aBeZy's there as well. Octane can't get the second, and you're safe once again. FaZe defense holds.
Yeah, that stun is just going to stop Envoy in his tracks. He should get traded out. Actually, Simp looks the wrong way, but in the meantime, Cellium is killing everyone in sight. Only 10 more seconds, and, well, nobody really near this point. Looks like Atlanta FaZe have done enough, bar a last-ditch effort from Envoy, who gets the intro, but there you go. Trades are in, and Atlanta FaZe clutch up in the end. But still, LA Thieves, I mean, I think are what, guaranteed a defense, unless they get completely stuffed. They should be able to get that for the round 5, so got to do the easy part. Win your defenses on Tuscan control.
You got to tip it to FaZe then, man. The most incredibly tenacious defense. When the absolute going was at the toughest it could have been, FaZe stay alive. Let's see what they can do. Can they win 2 offensive rounds? As there is no way in hell they're going to see the D. Oh my god, that sounded dreadful. Arcitys first blood.
They can see something, right? They clean 3 down off the opening break, so get a little bit of pressure, but unfortunately for Simp, I mean, it is what, 2 players nearby. The nades are instantly going to come through on top of the back of Drazah, so nice little opening break, but to no avail, so gotta go back to Old Faithful. Cell's already pushed up past field, so aBeZy pretty safe over here on this A point, and they're trying to work the flanks, but Simp is there for the reads. A bit of scrappiness in terms of the actual kills, as the slow approach is certainly in, but aBeZy might have pressure on point. Drazah looking for the kills, nowhere to go. Solid coverage as we go back to a standard round.
Yep, very standard. Second segment A gone. Kenny might be able to at least get some pressure in here. Got him off it for the now. Gonna sniff at least 1 player out. Cell in a strange off angle. Gets the job done. We should see A captured either way. 20-ish lives either side. This is going to be relatively even Stevens as we get to go for a big old hit now towards that B zone. Last chance here in the round for the LA Thieves.
And I'd also go out of your way to, like, pretty much only double chow Cellium or shoot in the back, as Cellium really not losing any of his one-on-ones for the moment. But right now, Cellium also on an island because all 3 of his teammates are stuck towards roof. Drazah finally able to get here, but again, you're not winning the one-on-ones against Cellium. You need 2 men for the job.
Simp's in. Players behind him. Oh, baby. You're giving him an opportunity to get on the point, and this could well and truly be it. aBeZy's there. Still got the pressure is up. aBeZy with a backline covered. Oh my god, he's just made the alleyway a dangerous place. Here comes the push. Still, LA Thieves trying to play this a little slow. Massive work from aBeZy once again. A 3 spree now, getting closer and closer to it. Can't get the 4th. Unbelievable stuff. It's the rat from Octane to stay alive. You've still got players on point though. A Simp staying alive as best he can. And out we go. This is so hard to deal with. The finesse was there. Thieves hold the line.
And this is also a pace for Atlanta, by the way. I mean, obviously, you win a round on offense, you win the game. I know they're not going to have defense for the round 5, but they are pushing the pace. They have a little life advantage, but enough time to work with where if they can fly and keep getting the trades, they can win this round 2 ways. There's a trade coming through. You're looking for the second BC in the feed. Kenny picked up the big 2, and that is the type of play LA Thieves need to make. Make sure they don't lose this game here.
Oh man, it's going to be hard. Quick defensive reshuffle now from the LA Thieves. Got to move real quick. Cellium's already got himself in a position inside church. There's 2 members of FaZe now in position. Drazah's got himself a sweet little perch. Kenny on the back line. Trying to identify as many of these players as possible. For Atlanta, FaZe now is catch a player out or 2. Oh no, a team kill. Can Kenny find 1? No, the back is now open. Here comes Octane. He's the next member up on defense. Can aBeZy catch him? Oh my god. Shots, they're in. They are in. This could be it.
Yeah, no, they shooting the truck though to at least explode it. Cellium, it takes 2 to take him down. The second wind's there, but shoot back. You're now down to 4 lives and 30 seconds remaining. You lose gunfights like that. That's the door now open for Atlanta. 25 seconds is actually plenty of time. Get geared up. That is so many nades and tacks down from LA Thieves. They don't get a kill. Atlanta can make this work.
They can definitely make this work. 7 lives to get the job done. Here we go. We're on point. It's a 3-man stack. It's going to fly real fast, looking for the kills. Here comes Envoy through the front. Kenny and Drazah get the kills as well. Arcitys from the back line trying to hold it. Jump on point. Stop it for now. You could honestly still get this done. A win now would be massive, but you got to watch out for Envoy on the flank. The sneakiest of beavers. No lives left as Envoy clutches it. Brought down once again. Oh, Drazah has got to go massive. And there we go. A final round to decide it all, and sweet Christmas, this is a banger of a control.
Dude, I mean, barely they clutched. I'm not even gonna call that a clutch. It is literally, I think, 0.2 seconds. I think someone was flying out of green just to contest that time. I mean, you almost completely dropped the ball on that defensive round. And maybe feeling that pressure, because we go again. LA Thieves just have to clutch up another defense again. They haven't won this map since April 1st. They actually have been playing incredibly well outside of the scrappiness towards the end, but playing well doesn't mean you get the dub just yet. You got to close out, and Atlanta FaZe, another solid-ish opening break, still standard stuff. No funny business over towards B, and hey, there's a big 2 for Octane right there. A lot of map control the LA Thieves now have.
It's funny just to say, like, all right, boys, just do it again. You know, this isn't like a party trick. This is trying to take defensive rounds off of a very solid team. And when Atlanta FaZe are attacking you with this kind of vigor, I mean, man, you gotta dig deep. Over there we go. Stop the clock at 5-3. We'll see how things go here, but I will say, man, LA Thieves are playing with real aggression, trying to make sure that that A zone doesn't drop.
Well, the aggression might cost him here. Drazah's not going to check this corner, and maybe an open door over towards B, because LA Thieves have committed pretty hard over towards A, but funnily enough, they lose all those gunfights, so they just get an off spawn, get right back to point. But it is 24-19.
Oh
Atlanta FaZe in your spawn, getting all the kills, causing problems.
Oh
again, the last round was nearly 1 on lives, and it is a massive life advantage already again for FaZe.
Oh, and the timing of this could get a little weird. You've still got players for FaZe up and about. Nades coming through. It's Octane with a massive 2-piece. That's going to keep everything safe now. FaZe, regroup. 20 lives still to work with for the LA Thieves. A minute 45. Deep breaths, we go again.
And you really do kind of have to turtle. Like, I know if you get a 4 down, you can push up for some map control, but 15 lives for this amount of time.
Look at
pretty
this setup.
tense, and
look at this setup. Octane and Envoy. No one's getting through that. The backline, though, that's a different question. Drazah has just eaten bullets. He's eaten an exploding vehicle, and somehow the man is still alive. Finally brought down. That firing squad at the front has been brought down again. So, okay, we're on the zone now. Two-man stack. Nades coming through, trying to keep this all together. Oh my god, aBeZy's managed to find one. Here come the trades through. Last man up, Arcitys. Kills are on point. As this is an absolute spicy fiesta, man. I don't know where we go from here. The first segment gone. You have to deal with Arcitys.
I mean, dude, we're playing a game of TDM, right? I mean, you could stop the clock or if you get the 4 down for FaZe, but I mean, right now you are just playing for kills. Get hungry, get aggressive, and just fly at them. They've been on point with breaking down the setups, and unfortunately for Cell, not on point. Checking his corners.
Oh, no. Okay, Octane got it.
Thank
the
God.
corner wasn't checked. That was real awkward. 15-9 now. FaZe with the life advantage. They're winding up for the hit, but great kills out of Envoy. He has been a hero. The Good Samaritan with 30 kills and 26 deaths to his name. Watch out for Arcitys, though. He's on the other side of the map now. He's in LA town. He's been taken care of. 30 seconds. The play's still alive.
And they are just flying. I mean, they get into green, they get on point, they stop that clock, they're out plat. Kenny wins a big one, taking just the ego challenge. His teammates are there for the coverage. Still at the life disadvantage, and Atlanta FaZe is now desperate to stop the clock, and, well, Arcitys tagged up. His teammates need to fly now to get to this point.
Final 3 members of FaZe flooding forward. Here we go. Cellium with a good coverage. Check your corners. 10 seconds now. Kenny, the first man up, dropped. Next man in, Drazah. Onto the point. We've already made it now for Atlanta FaZe. Drazah managing to make safe the back lines. Cell through the front. Simp pounces. There's 6 seconds remaining. You may be able to get this down, Kenny! What a nade it was from downtown. The LA Thieves have just secured it. What a game of control. We thought it was going to be a nail biter, and it was indeed. Atlanta FaZe, man, they were given a couple of decent chances to get that done, and defense reigns supreme. Tuscan, what a match that was.
Dude, I mean, outslayed and still finding a win. That has been the theme for LA Thieves this year. I mean, I question them for good reason on the Tuscan pick, but I think we saw it even pretty early on. Some of the early rounds had much better setups, much more aggressive on the map, and granted, it was stressful for those final 2 rounds on defense, but still take care of business. You get the double nades when you need them. You get the Drazah clutches when you need them. Out of it, hey, it might not have been clean, but a win against Atlanta FaZe is a win against Atlanta FaZe, so you will absolutely take it. Solid stuff for the clutches in the final moments, and I mean, dude, everybody in this lobby has to be stressed going into this next hard point.
That was insane, man. I mean, again, that was a statistically, FaZe certainly had the advantage there, but man, LA Thieves, the real deal. What insane. I mean, just looking at the defensive holds from start to finish there, man, the amount of incredible attempts everyone made on offense to keep the defense alive no matter what. Up until the absolute dire moments, you've got to hand it to the LA Thieves. They were able to steal, what, those good 4 segments in total off of the B zone, and those first 2 aggressive attacking rounds they had. That was absolutely the difference maker. Not necessarily winning the round outright, but setting yourselves up for the win on defense. I tell you what, at the top level, control games are getting more and more exciting. And these highlights just go to show, man, we saw it all here.
And, you know, I do suppose at the end of the day, it is 5 for 5 for defense, but just a wild set of circumstances for how they delivered, especially because, I mean, if Atlanta FaZe were even able to stop the clock in either of those final 2 rounds for an extra 10 or 15 seconds, actually, in round number 4, if they just stop the clock for an extra half a second, I think they end up winning that round in the end because they get the bodies on point. But, I mean, hopefully you'll get a second look at those final, like, 2 moments because, I mean, again, talking about, like, the big bad wolf coming down to blow the house down, win the round on offense. I have no idea what the metaphor is, but it was close.
That was a lot of big bad wolves in this game, to tell you that. The final defensive round now on your screen. It was a very good bit of aggressive work early on from the LA Thieves, but as you called it, Chance, it did certainly bite them back. I mean, they burnt a lot of lives early on trying to fight for that A zone. They were hoping to burn the clock down, but Atlanta did an incredible job of just getting themselves in there, and this was it. Envoy with a few really heroic moments. He really was the savior for the boys, and Kenny's nade, here it is, off the top. Wow, the game winner. What an incredible control that was.
Even if like one of those players on point lives, I think, again, if they could just keep that clock stopped for an extra few minutes, it was still a 4v2 after those players died. So, I mean, truly a nail-biter game. But there you go. The first win they've had since April 1st. I talk smack about the pick and bans, but hey, they delivered and showed off why they allowed Tuscan through there. So that is a big win. And if this is a map they can add to their pool, I mean, long term, this could be a massive thing for LA Thieves, who apparently the strides are correct that they have been making in scrims. But obviously, the 2-1 lead ain't safe yet. We go into a Tuscan, where this is actually the map where Thieves have had the most success against Atlanta. But obviously, one of those wins, 250-248. I think the other 250-201. So Atlanta FaZe still a strong Tuscan team in their own right, looking to bounce back in this series. So I think if nothing else, we just know there is a battle on our hands.
Well, indeed. Well, we're going to get ready to dive into Tuscan, map number 4 in a moment for FaZe. I think I saw a couple of chuckles across their faces the last time round. I mean, FaZe operation get better every game mode, no matter what. That is all it's about. It's not about getting the wins. You've seen them pick up major wins. I say major wins, large wins throughout the entirety of the Vanguard season. Second place finishes at the majors, excuse me. You know, it gets them in such an amazing position points-wise that they can afford to, you know, play weaker game modes on these qualifying matchups. So again, for them, it's just going through the motions. It's learning the game as best they possibly can. But at any given rate, you don't want to, you know, finish a stage bad. This is how they're starting off stage 4 against the LA Thieves. A big matchup either way. Don't lose it, lads. That's all I'm saying. Don't lose it.
I mean, never want to lose. Hey, of course.
No.
But, you know, if you're talking about stress, I don't know if Atlanta FaZe, I mean, they might be feeling a little bit more pressure in this series now, but they are clear-cut #1 seed, incredibly comfortable going into the final stages, guaranteed lock in for champs, all that good stuff. And for Thieves, it very much is a battle. They are a bubble team right on that line with a bunch of hungry teams directly underneath them, but they got their win yesterday. You get a win against Atlanta FaZe. I mean, they might be able to catapult themselves up in the standings in the final stretch and see what they can make work. And well, Cellium is definitely the player you need to shut down. I mean, even speaking of that round 4, I mean, literally, if Cellium's not out here world starring you, you win the round a lot more comfortably. So Cellium truly can be Mr. Do-It-All and the biggest threat on the map. And well, Thieves trying to make amends for, fun enough, 4-map losing streak. That's kind of crazy.
That's kind of crazy. What the world star? What the? I mean, them first 2 kills out of Drazah. Tell you what. F it then. Time going the way of the LA Thieves. Hardpoint's been their game. Here comes a big hit from Lana. All 4 players in. 1 down, 2 down, 3 down. Where's the last one? It's going to be Simp. He's going to play it a little slow. And what do you know? He's down as well. Oh, lordy. Drazah is moving very different today, friends. Jiminy crickets.
There are many things going on here, but Drazah carrying definitely not one of them, right? They are, look, Thieves, it was the same stuff on Gavutu. They play everything so aggressive and up in your face and give you 0 room to breathe. Even Envoy at the end with the slide just to get the 2-piece, just to make sure Atlanta spawn as far away as possible. That is a ridiculously strong P1 hill, starting from the, I mean, technical bad side, at least for the first hill, the good side for the rotation. So Thieves right now, big opportunity to build themselves the same kind of lead they had at Gavutu.
Oh, and aBeZy, man, he was left, right, in and out through the columns there, not able to get it done. Second hard point up now, and again, it's the LA Thieves in there, best dressed, first in. Simp trying to find at least an entry or 2. There's the first. The battle for church has now been lost. That's all Atlanta FaZe, raising the red flag of FaZe above that one into the hard point. We now fly. What an angle to have from Simp. And again, in and out we go. Beautiful coverage. Kenny, though, just there too fast. And now FaZe back into the point, but only for a brief moment. That's another strong break out of, excuse me, the LA Thieves.
And maybe they can cough a little bit and try to shake some of the bad games off, right, for Octane, because now he's on a 4 spree, finally has a bit of a hot hand, and we'll be able to collect that final bit of time. And now on rotation, Kenny, you know, trying to make things a little bit spicy, but to no avail. FaZe will be in this hill first, but if you get fire control, you get control of the hill very quickly. And Envoy, ready to pounce.
Sorry, mate, I'm back. I was dying there for a moment. Here we go, though. Simp takes care of Drazah, picks up a nade. Not a good thing to be done. aBeZy.
There goes fire control.
He is all good, bro. Fire is sweet. Now through Ivy. That's going to be the next hit. The LA Thieves, not a lot going on here, man. It's just aBeZy walking through them, and that is a magnificent set of kills. Hard point time going the way of FaZe, but how long can they hold it for? None more there for Cellium as 2 spree comes to a close. The backline now all Arcitys. Drazah guns him. Oh, baby. Well, you are in. It's another great break from the Thieves.
Yeah, I mean, they screwed up the easy part when you had fire control, and then the hard point, they just bring the gunny to the table. I mean, Octane gets the one against Cellium, open things up. Drazah wins one of the most difficult gunfights in the game, and, you know, just to strip away an extra couple seconds, because FaZe right back in the point and get those final bit of, 15, 20 seconds. So, obviously, at Thieves built up a massive lead. It's been chipped away at a little bit. But FaZe with the pressure on, they got to break again.
Yep. Through the front, it's going to be the hit. You've got Simp upstairs at the very least. Kenny in the back, no problem. Takes care of it. Trades come through. aBeZy catches one out in the middle. That's going to be his second kill so far. You've still got members of the LA Thieves at the back side of the map now, pushing up field side as well. Octane looking for it. Good shots again out of aBeZy. A 4 spree, seemingly out of nowhere. Looking to make it a little bit bigger. Here we go. Big pressure as he's dancing. A nice nade from Envoy stops that play in its tracks. As Cellium now a Mountain Dew feature player. He's moving great, but it's not enough to get the job done. And there we go. It's another break from the LA Thieves.
I mean, still though, Atlanta FaZe fight right back and sort of breaks on breaks. A little bit of contest time and looking for the clearance. And hey, there's Octane, 12 and 6 with a big 3 to make it that much easier. And yeah, Cellium pick it up too. Yeah, Kenny pick it up too in a scrappy battle towards the end. But while Thieves are fighting for that scrap, that just means that Atlanta FaZe stuck in their spawn. Again, the pressure game paying off because you win that rotation over towards P5. And this is sort of the moment, right? Because the P5, P1 rotations are where Atlanta have struggled, especially the fact that if you don't start with control of this hill, it could get a little bit dire.
Oh, I don't want to break. Kenny Drazah kills the backline covered. Oh, Octane, he runs out of bullets. Cell's going to reach out on for sure. And it's magnificent teamwork there. The coverage from the LA Thieves, all good, baby. Atlanta FaZe now trying to get the way in. Bottom Church was not a good hardpoint whatsoever for the Thieves. Atlanta got themselves right back into this one. And the scoreline right now, not nice enough as they're trying to find their way back into this point. P5, here comes the break from Simp upstairs. That's a wonderful 2-piece. Thieves are going to be reeling from that one. Let's see how they sound with a quick listen in.
I'm trying to be.
Don't know.
Either.
Hitting their door.
I'm looking door. Can you get down?
The door and watch other side.
Low.
Drazah.
I'm
going middle. I'm going middle.
I'm looking.
I give you.
Yeah, we're good.
Get a side. We need to get sides.
What
are you?
We're good.
You're good.
Slow down.
I'm
We're together, okay?
Yeah, I'm playing our slab.
Make a break.
He's RU.
okay.
I'm going top chase.
Archery now.
I'm
Our side dead.
I'm sitting middle.
Outer still.
I'm you.
I'm sitting
I'm
I'm watching your pitch.
I'm actually.
Outer block dead.
I'm trying to be. I have all minutes.
They're both dead. There's three. One team killed. He's on you. He's in you. Their side. Okay, need this? Need that.
Pushing out. Pushing out. One's in there.
Archery, one bottom church dead.
Antimatter.
Are you dead?
Nice job.
Nice, 3 now.
Hit him in the net.
We hit him again. Dead. Middle, Kenny, I hit him once. He's going our side, you.
Are you dead?
I'm playing the P5.
I'm a shock.
I'm rotating. I got P5. They can be radio.
I'm still in the mid. I'm wrapping back.
Yeah, they could be radio. They could have got through. I just have flat. I'm going to the back. I mean, I have Arch too, kind of.
Drazah Dill. Alright.
There's so many things.
Go.
Chaotic comms from Atlanta FaZe, but these are the guys that make it work. They end up having a pretty solid P1 hill overall, and obviously with that rotation in prime position to make the comeback in this game, and Arcitys from outer trying to beat that guy, but that's just a setup for Cellium to get the trades, and Cellium guaranteed too. It's through a wall. You know he gets those, and well, it looks like his teammates get the rest of the wipe. It takes a bit, but they get that perfect clearance, and honestly, 35 seconds left. FaZe might have the lead going into new.
A tremendous hold here. Wonderful bit of work as Arcitys putting the work in with the submachine gun there as well. Still holding on the hard point, not letting go. 25 seconds now remaining. You got a decent hit now winding up from the LA Thieves, but Simp is like, man, I'm coming straight at the head. I'm gonna go in for the neck. Rotation's already down. It's gonna be the LA Thieves, but this is so much time you've picked up. That's a big one from Octane. Kills there. You've got time still being had by Simp. Now you have to get the rotation as well. FaZe, good bit of work, but Thieves still maintain that lead.
Yeah, nice little win just to make sure you keep the lead going into the new hill, and you get a pretty decent setup. LA Thieves actually don't have fire control just yet, but they do have plenty of pressure in and around P5 that Kenny's actually playing outer for it. Not an easy jump to hit, and this is the moment where you gotta connect, and he falls down. 3 players have now gotten past him. Roof is wide open, but he at least gets the 1 kill, but the roof side spawns. FaZe are quick to the hill. They break through, and now might be the setup for FaZe to take that lead.
FaZe are in. Now the hard point there is getting set up now. How much time can they garner before the LA Thieves manage to hit the play? Simp, close hard point. Crossfire from the back, all good. One player making his way through the roof now. It's going to be Drazah, and he has managed to slip the net. He's inside. He's got in the back line. Simp, tactical reposition. That is so nice. Octane falls off a bloody map. Envoy wins the fight in the front, and that's the break is good now for LA Thieves.
All right, well, how good is the break, though? Because, yeah, I thought Cellium was going to get it, try to force it on through. But even for the final few seconds of scrap, Atlanta's going to fight for it. And I think Arcitys is going to be able to get it. But, hey, only 3 seconds. So you had Octane spawning effectively off the map. He'll put his head through a wall, but it ends up working out. Still, though, not easy on this rotation because Atlanta FaZe, you already see players posted up. They get the back spawns. They'll be here first and once again take the lead. So Thieves battling the stress in this game. And once again, they are getting outslayed. It is typical for that to happen, but they still find a way to win. Got to pull something out of the bag.
They're desperately trying to pull something out of the bag. aBeZy with a cut down on the field side of the map. And again, the first lap, this was not a good hard point for the LA Thieves. Second lap now, and the pace is already being set by Atlanta FaZe. They've got the lead now, and this is a beautiful hard point to hold indeed. Kenny trying to find something through the front. Envoy brought down immediately, brought to his knees, and it ain't for prayer. It's because they're getting absolutely slapped right now. Kenny trying to find his way in. Tracer abound. This is Atlanta FaZe territory, baby. They are gunning you. Absolutely gunning you. It's a 5 spree for aBeZy.
And they just bullied him so hard that they actually win this rotation to do, but I don't think Simp was even prepared for how quick they could have been to the hill. So it's a 50-50 fight, but right now you actually have Thieves with that man advantage. The nades are connecting, but from both sides. The contesting the hard point, and Thieves desperate for the win, going for the chow. They overcommit, they get wiped, and Atlanta FaZe should be good to go.
That's your ass. That kill from Arcitys there. That was finally the dagger in the back. Final 5 seconds. I mean, Envoy might be able to get in there for a moment. There's the easy reads, and that is easy AF. Atlanta FaZe, we're going to a game 5, baby.
And that is, I mean, the place that Atlanta FaZe wanted to be. We get to go to the cage for map 5 to decide it all. And fun enough, where FaZe has had Thieves' number on Gavu too. Well, LA Thieves win that map. Where LA Thieves have had Atlanta's number on Tuscan hardpoint at the very least. Well, Atlanta take care of business. No P5 to P1 rotation needed. And if I'm being honest, after that, if I'm LA Thieves, I'm going and practicing the well jump up to, like, you know, side fire time and time again, because as soon as that moment comes through, Atlanta FaZe never look back and end up blowing that game wide out in the open. But I honestly, at this point, just feel bad for Octane. I mean, literally to the point where he is spawning off the map. He is truly going through it.
He went through it. He went off it. He went down it. What a great hard point that was until it wasn't. Atlanta FaZe smoking that one. There we go. The Mountain Dew Marquee Match continues. We are going to the absolute extremes, friends, and Bocage Search and Destroy. I tell you what, if the previous search was anything to go of, oh my God, LA Thieves. Start saying your prayers, boys. To the cage we go. We throw it down one final time here in this Mountain Dew Marquee Match here on this glorious Sunday. And it's going to be an absolute banger. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to go to a very quick commercial break, an opportunity for you to get a drink, something to eat. And this is going to be an absolute treat. We'll see you after the break.
The Call of Duty League is brought to you by TeamSpeak, the official communication partner of the Call of Duty League. And AimLab, official first-person training partner of the Call of Duty League. Unleash your potential.
Ladies and gentlemen, our Mountain Dew Marquee Match continues. Now we are coming to a very, very explosive finish. This is going to be a good one. We're going to a barrage search and destroy Atlanta FaZe, the LA Thieves. Who the hell comes out on top chance? God only knows. We're about to find out, though. Everyone has been raring for this. What an exciting and a treat of a series it has been. Here we go, mate. One final map to decide it.
And of course, I mean, the setup, you could pick a couple different storylines, right? For Thieves, if you can beat Atlanta, you can literally win tournaments. So it's always nice to just get that win intentionally. And of course, just for the CDL points, LA Thieves on the bubble, a win against the top team. Granted, 10 points is 10 points no matter who you beat, but that is a very strong way to start off this stage and get as much buffer room as possible because there are quite a few teams nipping on the LA Thieves' heel. We're right on edge, and well, we're going to the cage, and Cellium, I mean, doesn't matter what the map is, a terrifying player to deal with. Plenty of things you can wall bang on this map, plenty of bushes where you can get weird lines of sight through, so you know he is going to be an absolute menace. See what the game plan is for the Thieves, who, well, haven't won a round yet in Search and Destroy today.
Yeah, there's no time like the present, boys. Here we go. FaZe right through mid. Trades are out. aBeZy. It's a little awkward, but it's going to work out. Drazah gets dropped. That's going to be now 3v2 Atlanta FaZe, only just with a man advantage. They're going to back on up, lick their wounds, and now try to make a play towards either of the bomb site. Looks like A is going to be the one they're going for chance, but Octane and Envoy now making the early read.
And Octane trying to play an aggressive setup, but it's all about that timing. And yep, Arcitys already on the outer tank, basically ready for the gunfight. So maybe the biggest of the round just to give Atlanta that massive advantage. And for Envoy, I mean, he's just going to be praying for the timing to catch a guy off bomb, but no pressure just yet. Finds the first pick, and there you go. Trades are in. I was going to say Atlanta FaZe not going for any plants. They have 45 seconds, and if you don't have the intel, no fear, just take your time. And that is now 7 rounds in a row for Atlanta FaZe.
Yeah. Doesn't guess that aBeZy's going to be that close to him on the bomb site. Who knows, man? If Envoy squares up and takes the fight, it might have gone a little differently, but a 1v3 situation that was going to be hard no matter what. Aggressive opening there from FaZe on offense. They managed to get the first blood. Trades go through their way. See what the LA Thieves can now do on offense. Envoy with bomb in hand. Here we go.
And also, you know, 7-0 in round count for Atlanta FaZe. Also 6 out of 7 first bloods. And this is a map where, well, you get first blooded. So FaZe just continue the momentum. And I was about to say, LA Thieves actually last in conversion when they get the first blood. So they have quite a few problems they need to solve, and this, I hate this POV, scares me.
Yeah, this is annoying. It's going to be hard to kill, hard to do anything against that spot. Still, Thieves on the outside of the of Granny's for now. They're not moving too much yet, and I mean, so yeah, there it is. As soon as you cross that gate threshold, you're immediately in his line of sight. Simp's going to get another on the bomb side. Thieves are slowly but surely, they're running out of options, and they've gone. That is another good round to FaZe.
And just to add to the pressure, obviously, if, you know, Thieves are in a situation where they are desperate for points, they're stressed and are trying to play the best like they possibly can. Atlanta FaZe are free. I mean, nothing to lose. You can stay loose, relax, make the bold plays. I mean, they quad hit mid the very first round just to look for the first bloods. They can play aggressive when they need to. So just for the mental sake, Atlanta FaZe certainly have an easier task ahead. And obviously, 8-0 in round count. 7 out of 8 first bloods have gone their way. aBeZy 4-0 in 2 rounds.
Rattle of gunfire across Barrage. Doesn't amount to anything just yet as aBeZy looks for kill number 5 in a row. Drazah backside of kitchen or tools, and Envoy. Love a sneaky play like this.
This is the team.
FaZe are making the move. They're making the move. They might not come across Envoy.
Asim is the first player I saw do this, right? You're never going to have that intel that a guy's army crawled up. So I don't know if you ever check this. Nate's clearing out players that are not there. Envoy, I think, is just going to be that guy. You slide over. How can you be ready for that? Asim wrote it. Envoy capitalized, but he does get traded out again. LA Thieves worst on this map in first blood conversion already. 3v3.
He's still holding heels in towards that A-bomb site. The Mountain Dew feature player Cellium, he's furthest forward right now, hoping for a kill or two.
And all we can hope at this moment is that automaton barrel is not going past that brick wall. Over towards the B-bomb site we go now, though, for FaZe. Kenny's in position. Arcitys may have just spotted him out. He does. That's a big win. 20 seconds on the clock.
Octane's out her. I mean, the bomb. Oh, and Cellium finds the pick, and you're so loud, you're gonna get hurt. He hops off bomb. Octane tagged up one shot, and he gets away, but the bomb getting planted. And first blood just does not matter.
Oh, no.
Ain't gonna clutch this one. Didn't clutch any of the ones before. Yeah, just so tough of a round. Atlanta FaZe picking them apart.
Cellium once again, 3-0 for him. He has been right place, right time, you name it. Thieves just don't really have options anymore in Bocage. That's the way FaZe play. They suffocate you. Still, man, plenty of time. Plenty of time left in the search and destroy. This game 5 is far from over. 3 rounds in a row now for Atlanta FaZe. aBeZy yet to be dropped. Same with Cellium.
Octane still yet to get a kill. In search.
In search. At all. He's 0-9 on the day. Slow hits from across the board now from everyone here on Bocage. Drives with that bomb in hand. Arcitys is popping windows. Oh, little cheeky peek. The exchange of nades going through. I don't think any of those hit, though, from Drazah. There's a 2-man push to the outside of the hut now for the Thieves. They might try to clear B as well.
That is quite the angle. You're definitely making noise down low. I think RC is going to be able to hear this. And yeah, you see number 3 actually making the adjustment towards gate. So FaZe know the pressure's from down low, but hey, too quick on it. Splody car means the nade kill of all things. But again, worst team in the league on this map at first blood conversion. We'll see what LA Thieves do.
Simp's already made the way through the back. Bottom side of Granny's covered. Simp could get a couple here if he times this one right, but Drazah checks the bomb site. Going to get the plant down now. Cellium the furthest back of the map he could possibly be. You got a lot of numbers on point right now.
Envoy spawning him, by the way. Yeah, Envoy's hunting down right now through the tunnel, but RC's there for the... How does RC read that?
Whoa, it's not over yet. Kenny trying to win the fight up front. Pistols in hand. Sim's going to check this. He will. That's a big one. Oh, man. The retake is on. 2 members of the LA Thieves left. It's Octane looking over the top of the gate. Oh, no. Drazah's got it. What is that round? FaZe 4-0. I don't know what the game plan was there.
I'm not kidding. As soon as Envoy gets right on the flank, which, by the way, I don't know how RC was able to sniff that one out. Like, Envoy spotted Simp on a cross and was chasing him for like 10 seconds, and RC just covers his teammates back. As soon as that kill goes through, I was like, oh, this is over. Octane's still yet to get a single kill in search and destroy. He has already dropped the donut on this map. That his team actually won that one, funnily enough, but I mean, it has happened before. FaZe can do whatever they want. It does not matter. They don't even have to get the first bloods anymore. I mean, this is just utter dominance. 4 kills in 4 rounds for LA Thieves. aBeZy has 5.
See if anything comes the way of the LA Thieves in this matchup now. Search has not been kind to them. Sim's making so much noise. Oh my god. All right, mate. We'll take that. Drazah's done. Slow moves around. Atlanta FaZe playing this so differently.
Oh,
and he's gone. Cellium 4-0. It is ugly. UGLY. You ain't got no alibi. Last 2 members they're in trouble now, bro.
It is no out. Like, there's no excuse for this. It's that bad. You're playing through walls against Cellium. Like, what do you think is going to happen?
You're getting smashed right now. Envoy. Okay. We got a kill on the board. Here we go. The bomb being planted to B. Octane last man up. 1v3.
Get a kill. Just one.
He's trying. He's a little shook, but he might be able to get it. 40 seconds on the clock here. Could he do it? Mr. LaRue, it's time to get going. Another round FaZe.
I mean, look, in fairness to Octane, he has been left in, I don't know, maybe 4 different 1v3s in both of these maps, but like, I mean, still.
Savage.
Like, come on, bro. What are we doing here? Are we playing search?
Nah, this is FaZe finally learning how to play search and destroy properly, and they are absolutely smoking the competition.
All those S&DAs Drazah has been playing in Tupac, just watching the entire time, being like, this is fun. I'll watch all of this, bro.
Could it be another 6-0 here in search for the series?
First time in COD history, double donuts are a thing, right? Like, has this ever happened?
Dub donuts.
Like, Deloshi, I think, even was getting kills in S&D back in Ghost. Like, that's a deep cut, by the way, Miles. My bad.
I know, it's way deep cut, bro. In Nameless is like, maybe somewhere.
Oh God, here we go. This is the beginning of the end.
I just want to see Octane's POV, bro. That's all it is.
give us-
LA Thieves aren't winning this game. I just want to see if Octane can avoid the double donuts.
Here we are. We're on board with Octane, and he's holding it.
For the love of God.
He's holding it. He's trying to find. I mean, we're not making fun. It's just this is history in the making here, ladies and gentlemen. Thieves are down. Not out just yet. You've tagged up aBeZy. You're now enclosing around the bomb site. No, it's double donuts. Drazah on the bomb site. aBeZy trying to make something happen. Drazah wins another big, and here we go, baby. Here we go. 2v2, 25 on the clock.
Give Sam a chance. That is all we are doing. Give
no,
Octane a chance.
No.
Arcitys don't want to force breed with the read, but the timing for Drazah and a 1v2 from Simp. Now, granted, Simp.
Is he going to get the ace? Oh, no. Simp does clutch these. 10 seconds. Bomb planted. Simp 1v1 versus Kenny. Doesn't land the stun. And Kenny, oh my God, he's leaving him on the table. He's staying by the bomb site. And Simp, it's a victory lap. And here we go. It's 6-0. It's double donuts on the day. Atlanta FaZe, they are laughing. They are laughing at the LA Thieves. The donut is meant to be a treat. You're not meant to have too many of them, and sweet Jesus, that was some display in the search and destroy from FaZe.
Dude, I mean, Drazah tried in that final round, you know, and then Simp just, I took it to him. That has to be, maybe in Call of Duty history, but even for like the CDL, I mean, I've never seen double donuts. I don't know if I've ever seen double 6-0s.
Yep.
I mean, as far as a series go, one of the single worst performances in Search and Destroy of all time. I mean, Candy only went 1-6, so let's like spread the hate a little bit to the other players. Like that is just abysmal.
It's not hate,
Not a
man.
single
it's just
round.
amazing. It's just amazing.
I don't even know. I mean, even the first bloods they were getting, I mean, granted, they only got 2, but like still losing the rounds almost a guarantee. Like, Drazah had some good plays thrown in the mix. Doesn't make a difference. Envoy had a good play or 2 in the mix. Doesn't make a difference. That is a molly-whopping and a half.
I need to tag and enable or something, man. Jeez, at least he's maybe getting a kill or 2, but wow, FaZe absolutely running it. I mean, the LA Thieves, you got to take away so many positives from this series, like the control game. They had the ice.
Do you?
Yeah, bro, their Gavutu is disgusting. Come on, come on, man. It was gross. Absolutely gross.
They won their first task in control since April 1st. That's good news as well. Yeah.
That is amazing.
I mean, yeah. Okay, so I will stop being.
It's not. The elephant in the room is that they are struggling bad in a search, man. Jesus, 6-0.
You are correct. Some of the maps that they were showing on at the start of the year, they're looking a lot better. Kenny as an individual is certainly performing better, at least in the respawns. They are already a great Gavutu control team. They're great on Berlin control. If they can add the depth with the Tuscan as well, they do become more of a threat. I would just, maybe work on the search. Everybody, Drazah's been grinding out S&D 8s. Maybe get everybody else on the same page. I guess that's what needs to happen, because, I mean, bro, that's world's worst.
Hey, that was a good series, man. That Mountain Dew Marquee match was an absolute banger. FaZe up, baby. FaZe looking very strong. A lot of work to be done there for the LA Thieves. Your final point chance before we throw to the beautiful desk.
You might have been correct. Subbing Enable in actually could have been the play for Search and Destroy, and that is the only time anyone has ever said that about Enable and Search and Destroy. That's wild.
Oh my God, get desk, save us quickly.
You're subbing in Enable, you are struggling in S&D.
Save LA, please. 6-0, 6-0. Big Ock dropped a donut as well in that last Search and Destroy. And Atlanta FaZe ran away with the crazy win. But it did go to distance. But Nameless, man, you were saying right before the throw, dude, man, I've been beat like that in Search, and it's rough.
Dude, but never twice in one series like that. That is tough for the LA Thieves. And we thought they were getting better at Search and Destroy. We've seen some better performances at the Major versus the Minnesota Røkkr. Like, that series, okay, LA Thieves can do it in S&D. And this one, they just got spread thin. Like, Atlanta FaZe, I haven't seen them look like that in that game mode in so long. Since last year, honestly, that was a really bad performance in Surge.
The worst part about that, if they just weren't Dookie and Search and Destroy, they would have won this series outright easy. Nah, I'm not going to say easy, okay? They had a fighting chance. But the thing is, it made all of their effort to go into the Game 5 just basically worth nothing with a performance like that. It's
12 on round count, 0-12 in engagements for Octane, unfortunately. But I mean, all across the board at the LA Thieves camp, like Ann said, we thought they were getting better at Search and Destroy. And I do have to say, to a point, like when we saw them yesterday, right, go up against Boston, or was it the day before? When they went up against Boston in Search and Destroy, they saw like they were hard countering, right? Like it looked like they put in the work for the VOD review and knew what they were doing, getting aggressive. I did not see that at all today against the Atlanta FaZe, and I almost want to tip that to the side of I feel like that's just the work that the Atlanta FaZe has been putting into, because that has been the game mode that they have been struggling in all season. Not anymore.
I think that honestly, I think LA Thieves are actually in a good spot. Even though we're having fun talking about them right now, they're still able to beat teams like Boston Breach and whatnot. But I think they're back to stage one, to where they just struggle against the best teams in the game. But also we have a Scump play the game where in the second hard point, Atlanta FaZe said, listen, this is ours, baby, and they made it look good.
It was like 3 hills that they just straight chained back to back to back. Like, LA Thieves came off really hot, but they just could not counteract Atlanta FaZe getting comfortable on the map. aBeZy and Simp were just simply having their way. Simp right here, I was confused as to why he was playing outside of P5 for just a moment until I saw Arcitys in mid. He hits a nade, Simp kills the weak guy, and then gets the control inside. It was just a beautiful play from like Atlanta FaZe.
It was 4 simultaneous hills in a row where they literally got instant control of the hill, and they did so well there. Even on the hill prior to that, you saw Simp pick up a big 2-piece. Like, these are the big time plays, and you know, for LA Thieves, they had control a decent amount of that game, just not able to make it happen towards the end. FaZe just flipped that switch, man.
They looked like they were going to run away with it, but the bait and switch from Simp and Arcitys there was just masterful. But actually, we have a game field victory spotlight with aBeZy. Let's get him on the screen. aBeZy, how you doing, man?
Good, how are you?
Doing all right, go ahead.
aBeZy, I gotta ask, what clicked in Search and Destroy? I mean, that was just, it was literally clinical.
Oh yeah, it was, the S&Ds were just perfection from us, I feel like. And it was also funny because during like the last S&D, Sam was like on a donut again, and we knew he dropped the donut first map, so like, there was like a 3v1 against Sam, and he was like on the tank, and I was like, Alec, don't die to him, don't give him a kill. So that was actually hilarious.
Hey, yo, aBeZy, just to let you know, your webcam mic is on, so tell them to kind of be quiet in the background. Go ahead, man.
Oh, my bad.
aBeZy, I wanted to ask you sort of about your guys' control. So Tuscan Control, that's been a map you guys have been amazing at all season long, but we've seen you lose it a couple times now to Seattle. And this series kind of got away from you guys as well in some of those defenses. What has changed on that map for you guys?
I mean, it sucked because we couldn't pull together the offensive wins, like at the end of the map. Like, it came down to where they had like 4 lives twice. So, I mean, that was just like super unfortunate, and like I don't know, there was so many like little situations where if we just played better, we could have won that map and pulled it out, but just didn't go our way.
You know, aBeZy, I don't have the Call of Duty mind that you have. I'll never have that, right? But my question is, watching you guys face off against LA Thieves this year has been kind of interesting, right? They would always start off really hot and good against you guys. And you all turn it up another level and you make it look easy. What's the difference maker halfway through towards the end?
I mean, I feel like our S&D is what pulled us through this one. I mean, I think we reverse swept them in Major 1, but this one, it was kind of like a back and forth thing, and you know, if we would have clutched up that control, which we should have, it would have been a 3-1, but I mean, our S&Ds are just looking really good, and that's what helped us pull through.
Hey, aBeZy, beautiful win, man. That boy Simp is nasty, too. You have a good day, and yeah, we'll catch you next time, all right?
All right, thank you so much.
Oh, no problem. You know, when it comes to Atlanta FaZe winning all the time, we come up and we think about, man, when it comes to Atlanta, we always talk about them winning all the time. We're starting to run out of things. This team, I hope that they just keep going strong, and hopefully they can get over that hump of just finishing second at the finals.
Well, Veli, this is now when it gets really scary for the competition that we have here in the CDL. Because if Atlanta FaZe becomes that top 2, top 3 S&D team in the game again, like they were last year and years prior, then that is when they start dominating teams, because they have so much talent. Even if they make an error in one of the respawns, they're gonna win a respawn in a series. If they're locking down 2 S&Ds, it is GG for the comp. So hopefully the rest of these guys can focus up and start trying to counter them in that game mode.
Well, when it comes to points, it's GG for the comp already. If you are on the Atlanta FaZe, let's take a look at the points, baby. With that win, this team, they're still looking pretty, sitting pretty in first place, 270 points. But let's talk about the bubble. LAG, 125 in 8th place, trailed by Minnesota and Florida only by 5 points.
I mean, we thought the bubble might get a little bit more gappy as we went through this weekend, but if anything, it got even mixier between 4th and 11th. I mean, there is so much opportunity for all of these teams to capitalize.
And with LA Thieves losing that game as well, they're only in 7th place by 5 points. That is absolutely insane. They can't capitalize. It's going to be Minnesota, LAG, or Florida, Frog leaping them in the standings. But let's go ahead and recap what's happened today as we close out week 1 of the Major IV online qualifiers. We kicked off the day with the new look Paris Legion, and we saw what Johnny had to say on this team as they went against the Major 3 champions out there in Toronto. It's going to be the Seattle Surge. And nameless, Seattle did exactly what a top team should do, and they dominated.
Yeah, you know, we talked about it before the match. It's kind of like a trap game. You don't really know what you're going to see out of this Paris Legion squad. They bring in Johnny, who's supposed to be amazing online, and, you know, you're coming in cold from the majors. So they come in, they win this match in 3-0 fashion, and they show absolutely no weakness. The MVP in Pred also has another lights out performance. The guy dropped like a 1.5, almost a 2.0 in this series. He was going crazy. So for Seattle Surge, it's just business as usual. And then on the side of Paris Legion, I think Johnny had a pretty good performance in maps 2 and 3. He had some crazy moments in the Search and Destroy. Early on, he was getting a lot of first bloods. And in the Control, he had a couple big 2 pieces in moments in the round that they did win. So, you know, for him, it's a decent showing. But for Paris Legion, just more of the same, man. They have so much catching up to do. It's not going to happen in this short span of time.
In the second series of the day, okay, Florida Mutineers finally picked up a big win. Shout out to Major, as he was a maniac in that lobby. They were able to get a really good win against the Minnesota Røkkr, the team that was undefeated last stage.
And the serious difference maker for me has to be the Search and Destroy. It has to be what 2Real Major Maniac were capable of doing. 2Real went 10 and 5, Major Maniac going 9 and 4. And it was Major throughout this entire series to get this dub on his old team. And, you know, after we talked to him, you know, it's just business per usual at this point. You know, he's happy he got the dub on this team, but Florida is just looking forward to getting more practice, more reps in to continue to attempt to dominate the competition. And I gotta say it again, 2Real, he had a rough first showing on his debut, but I saw what we were truly seeing from him and why he was brought into this team in this series right here against Minnesota Røkkr, who was 5-0 in Stage 3 qualifiers. They were 6-0 so far coming into this Stage 4 qualifiers, and now they shut down that streak.
And that wasn't going to be easy at all, right? When 2Real gets more comfortable with this team, Florida got to be disgusting. All right, but before we close out the day, I just want to ask real quick. I'm going rogue on the broadcast, okay? So you've seen all these new teams play so far, and my question to both of you, I mean, feel free, either one of you, who's had the best roster change so far? Just real quick, give it to me.
You know, for me, I am going to go with the Florida Mutineers. Despite losing that first game, once they got a little bit comfortable, I think in that match versus Minnesota Røkkr, this is a team that was 6-0 heading into that match in online qualifying stage. They had their way with them, especially in the Search and Destroy. And then seeing Major Maniac now, the in-game leader for this squad, lead the way in the respawn and in the S&D. I love what I saw out of the Florida Mutineers squad.
Allie, who you
I definitely don't hit that take. I think usually I would have fought him on that, but because of that series, Florida has definitely turned me into a bit of a believer.
Yes! Wait, Allie's on the Florida train for the first time?
On the Florida train, but I gotta say it, I am very impressed with what they did, but I am gonna give you a different perspective on my favorite roster change.
Lay it on me.
I think I'm gonna have to go with Royal Ravens picking back up Gizmo. I think I really enjoy seeing them go back to their old ways. I think they found that stride once again, and after the woes they've had this season, I'm excited to see what they do going forward.
I have the biggest smile right now. We got Allie to like something Florida did. I feel super successful today, but also this week has been a success as a whole, right? CDL, we're back for the Major IV online qualifiers, and week 1 has been a banger so far. But coming up next, the race continues in the bubble. It's about to pop very soon with Brooklyn right there for Major IV. These teams are racing when it comes to points. We all saw the race right now from 6th place, forget that, 4th place all the way down to the bottom. Any one of these teams, except for Paris, can possibly make it. So the race is here. I can't wait to see who the last team is going to make it past that finish line for that top 8 spot. We'll catch you guys next week for some more Call of Duty action. We love you. Take care of yourself, and we'll see you later. Bye.